Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for February 2023. We're going to just jump right in here, Pisces, and see what is going on for you this month. You start off with this Fortune and Control card. I really like this Control card. It kind of reminds me of the World card. And you have the Fortune card, which is freaking amazing. So there could be, some accomplishments coming in for you. Yeah, it looks like there's like a lot of reason to celebrate this month, or there could be a reason. Like a big reason, hopefully, right, Pisces? There could be a big reason to celebrate in your life this month, and, I really like that for you. Could also be love this month if you're looking for love, but even if you're not, I would say that there's something that you will love coming in for you. Even if you are attracting love, I feel like there's a lot of success, a lot of abundance coming in for you at this time, especially with, everything that we have here right now. So that looks good to me. There's something you have to pay attention to, Pisces, as well. I don't think this is a bad thing, but I do feel there could be like messages with that last card and the Eight of Swords. There's like something you have to pay attention to. Let's see. You start off with this Control and Fortune card, so I feel like there's fortune and abundance coming in for you here. For some of you, for like a small percentage of you, I do feel there's like a controlling situation that you have to get out of. You have the Emperor here as well. It could be anything. For some of you, I kind of feel like it's your own thoughts. And, as a Pisces, I totally get it. Or I think sometimes us Pisces, our thoughts can be our own worst enemy, or kind of like what we how we maybe expect something to go in our life, like a business, a relationship, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But it's kind of like our thinking can sometimes be the thing that keeps us stuck, right? So I feel like this is about getting control of your thoughts, changing your story as well. It's almost like I see two stories in your head, which I'm pretty sure your last reading, I was saying something about changing your story. It's like, I feel there's like story A that you're telling yourself right now, which is what has been, in your life right now. And I'm not saying it's not the truth, right? But I think people get in that habit of telling the story of what was in their life or what has been. And I feel like you need to tell story B, which is what you want. And I literally, I feel if you watch your words, if you watch the actions that you want to take as well, it's like, I really don't know how to verbalize what I want to say here, but it's like sometimes I think we go through something and it's like we want to tell people about it, and for what reason? I don't know. I've done this in my life. Again, I'm not, and here you go, right there, right? And I'm not criticizing you here, Pisces, but it's almost like, it's like I think we tell stories about when we were a victim, or when a horrible breakup we went through, or a situation we went through. And it's like, why do we tell a story? It's like by telling a story, we're living it again. We're attracting more of the energy, right? So I feel like your story has to change, and you have to start telling the story that you want to hear, right? You have the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Three of Cups. Some of you definitely could have a fire sign or an Emperor type person coming in for you. You've had Aries in your chart, you've had Aries showing up a lot. What I would say is like Aries has Jupiter in their first house. So, whenever a sign has Jupiter in their first house, they can definitely be more attractive, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if you were just attracted to them just because of that. I've known a billion Pisces in my life, and including me. It's like every single time I'm attracted to someone, it's always an Aries. So there you go, Pisces. Could be an Aries. For most of you, I feel like this is control that you have to let go of, though, or something that is controlling you. And again, I keep getting that it's your thoughts, or it could be your thoughts. And you have the King of Wands, again, definitely could be a fire sign, but I also feel this is encouraging you to be brave, to be bold. Again, fortune favors the bold for the rest of your life, especially with your astrology, Pisces. Anything that you want, it's like you're going to have to boldly move towards it, and you're going to have to not listen to other people. Three of Cups, right? It's like other people don't have your vision. Again, Pisces, I think, has this like crazy out there vision. Neptune and Pisces, especially we have Saturn moving into Pisces. So your crazy ideas are now coming down to earth. But, I think that this is good, but I also think this is bad, the Three of Cups, because I feel like it's saying, yes, there are people who are going to support you, but there are also people who, I don't think they have any negative intentions, but maybe they're just not, they just can't see your vision, right? So the trick for you, Pisces, is to make sure that you're dealing with people who see your vision, who understand what you're doing. And I would have, I don't even think maybe it's like family and stuff who doesn't understand. You don't have to avoid these people. You just need to not listen to the things that they don't understand, right? With the King of Wands, lovers, definitely love coming in for you. It's fine. I'm going to probably do Valentine's Day bonus readings. I did it last year, so why not? But wouldn't really surprise me if there was love coming in for you. If you don't want love, you are clearly picking a new path, because we have the lovers with the Ten of Swords, the Six of Wands. Lovers traditionally was the crossroads, and it represented like picking a new path or maybe moving in a new direction in life. The Ten of Swords is about kind of something being dead, done, over with, but he's making a symbol here that represents a blessing, and so there could be like a new blessing coming in for you in the form of a new opportunity. With the Emperor, you have the Page of Swords. I would be careful of immature energy. Again, if you're dealing with a controlling, immature person, then I would definitely block this out or, avoid it. If you have people that do immature things, I would, again, be careful. I think you have a spy, Pisces, with this Page of Swords. So it could be a person who's spying on you or watching you, and it could be like a past person here, very controlling, or they want to be in control is what I'm getting. With the Three of Cups, you have the World. I mean, you've closed out this cycle. That Control card, it looks like the World card to me, and you have the World right here. So there's definitely some accomplishments coming in for you, but, and you go up, by the way, you go up to the Six of Wands, which is amazing. Definitely some accomplishments or success coming in for you, but I kind of feel like you're closing out a cycle. For some of you, this could be like a third party, especially if you were in a third party situation. I feel like you're kind of like closing out that cycle. It's almost like you're choosing yourself here. Next, in the area of what you don't see coming, basically the unexpected, again, you have this Flowers card, says romance, sweetness on it. You also have this Dove card, says peace and serenity. So I feel like you could be attracting a person who brings you a lot of peace. It's kind of weird because you have the Seven of Cups here. It's your, and I keep getting the word expectation like popping into my head. Maybe you have a certain expectation of the type of person that you would like to have in your life right now. And I feel like this person is very different than what you are imagining in your head. Is that a bad thing? Hell no, Pisces. I think this is a good thing. It's like this person, maybe they are completely different than what you are expecting or imagining, but I feel it's like in the best way possible. I think this person is going to bring a lot of peace to you as well, especially if past relationships, didn't bring you peace, basically. I feel like this person, it's like you feel at ease, more at peace. And not only that, I think what's really important here is that King of Wands. The King of Wands is saying to me that the reason you feel at peace is because there's like evidence. There's evidence that this person, that you should be at peace with this person. Maybe in the past, you were dealing with like a guessing game, That's kind of like what I get here. And this could be through multiple relationships, by the way. This is something very different, and I like it. You have the Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. I feel like this Ten of Swords is something that is dead, done, over with. I don't really feel this is anything unexpected, but what I do feel is like maybe you are in Ten of Swords mode as far as love is concerned. But again, there could be a blessing coming in for you that you just don't see coming. And that's kind of what I feel here. Again, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, there's all these like good things and bad things in these cups. You've been getting the Seven of Cups a lot. And again, this is going to be a big theme for you throughout 2023 because Saturn moving into Pisces. You've been dreaming with Neptune and Pisces for years now, right? You've been kind of exploring your dreams, having dreams, thinking of crazy ideas. Things are about to get real, Pisces. Things are about to get very serious in a good way. But what I would say is the only thing that I think can stop you is overthinking energy, thinking, oh, this won't work because, or whatever. I feel you need to get out of that energy. You have the Ace of Cups here. Again, I do feel like there could be a love offer, could be kind of unexpected. Feels more towards the end of the month to me. And if I were a Pisces, and I am, I would be waiting until like the end of March, really, before accepting love into my life. And the other thing is that doesn't mean you have to wait, right? You can allow a person into your life, but I would just take your time, right? I wouldn't rush it. I wouldn't, rush in, do the Pisces thing where you just fall in love right away, right? I would just take your time, take things slow, and see what happens. So again, it's not saying don't accept this person into your life. It's just saying, don't fall in love at first sight. And you might think, why the hell wouldn't I want to do that? That falling in love at first sight sounds amazing. Yeah, maybe it does. But at the same time, it's like, I think there are things you need to see. It's like, allow a person to prove themselves to you, right, Pisces? I think that you just always fall into these situations where you prove yourself to a person right away. And that's where the hurt comes from. So I feel like this is saying, it's not about, kind of playing games or anything like that. I think there just needs to be an equal give and take here. Let's see. With the Ten of Swords, you have the King of Wands. Yes, some of you could be ending it with a fire sign. For others, I feel this is what's coming in for you. Clearly a King of Wands person. And again, I think the most attractive thing here is decisiveness. It's like this person knows what they want. They know where they're going and all that other stuff. So it doesn't matter what sign they are. They might not be a fire sign. They might not be a man. They could be whatever gender you're attracted to. But I feel like they are extremely decisive, very clear vision on where they're going. And again, this is probably what is bringing that feeling of peace that I was talking about. With the Ace of Cups, you have the High Priestess. Trust your intuition, right? I also feel like you need to open up to the world. This is you showing up in a very strong position. So I like this, but I would say trust your intuition at this time. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is about mixing two things together. And, what I would say is I think you will be surprised by what you can create by mixing two things together. You're about to find out, Pisces, because I am literally starting a new channel, new podcast, new everything about mixing things together. That is the main focus because, I think that people who are going to be successful in the future are just going to be good at mixing ideas together and getting to the juice, right, between two ideas. And I don't have any good examples other than it's like a lot of the things that are the best in the world are just mixing two ideas together, like PayPal. It's a mixture between a traditional bank and the internet, right? Two things kind of coming together. So anything you can mix together, any of your crazy ideas, it might lead to a lot of success. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says, remember, you came here to teach others. You also have this money manager, and it says, expect positive financial change in your life. Your hard work is now paying off. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yes, but I think you had something similar in your last reading as well. So your finances are probably on the up or going up, or at least there's opportunity for you to improve your finances. January might have been a little bit different. You might be maybe a little bit scary, not bad, but just scary. And you might be saying, how is that possible? Well, it's like maybe you're making money, but it's like very average. And also maybe there's news that scares you about money, right? But again, I feel like February is where you're going to notice things starting to pick up. And again, as we move throughout the year, money gets better for you just in general, especially again, after like towards the middle of March, somewhere around there. You have the Six of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, I feel, is kind of like all the work that you've been doing to build a foundation in your life. So if you've been working on any new projects or businesses or even relationships, it's like you've been putting in the hard work to see a result. And plain and simple, like that money manager card says, I feel your hard work is paying off. The story of him is that he planted those wands. He is now bringing them to his home back in the background there to have a harvest. So to me, this looks like a harvest. You also have another harvest card here, the Nine of Pentacles. She has these grapes behind her. So to me, it looks like there's a harvest coming in for you. You have the Six of Wands as well, which is a card of achievements and success. You're definitely going to be standing out. I mean, I've been saying this to you for like 2 years. If I were Pisces, I would be trying to get as much positive attention as you possibly can. Now is the time, Pisces. Like if you've ever thought about starting something that involves getting attention, like a YouTube channel, social media, whatever, now would be the time because there's just going to be a lot of success there for you. It's just like the energy exists, so why not work with it, right? Same thing in love. If there was ever time to go out, it would be now. If there was ever time to ask your boss for a raise through getting attention, it would be now as well. So that's what I'd be doing there. You have the King of Cups, sorry. Some of you, there could be something involving your home. The King of Cups is a clue card to me. There are some cards in the tarot. It's not the accurate tarot meaning, but there's some cards I call clue cards, and this is a clue to me for the home. So there could be some sort of change in the home, or you could be moving or traveling. For others, he's sitting in these choppy waters, but he's perfectly fine. And I think that is definitely, again, a major theme for you this year, where it's like globally, you might be seeing choppy waters, but personally, I feel like you are in a much better position maybe than other people or other situations. I feel like you need to not sit around and like wait, right? What I would say here is that there might be some outside world things that are concerning you. And I'm not saying we shouldn't worry or concern or be prepared, but what I am saying is that, like, if you're only worrying about the outside world stuff and you're not focusing on building something that could lead to success, then you're going to be kind of shooting yourself in the foot here. So, I would be focused on working on the things that are working right now. With the Six of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. I feel like you need to set yourself free. I feel like you need to change your story because Eight of Swords is only seeing one way of doing things. And for a lot of you, there's like a major focus on needing to change your story, the story that you tell yourself, because it might have been the same for too long. And I feel it needs to change. I would also open up to other ways of doing things. With the King of Cups, you have the Justice card. Some of you could be seeing karma or seeing a person get karma. You could be getting positive karma or justice from a past situation. And so there could be like a karmic balancing here. I would also say, like I said, equal give and take in a relationship. Justice is cause and effect. And, there's something about evidence here, which I feel like you're like the only sign that I've been saying this to all, for the past like year, is that I would be trusting the evidence. Like, what does the evidence tell you about your love life, about your business? Follow the evidence, because, again, the outside world, illusion, 7 of Cups, you have it here in your reading. It's like there might be things going on that kind of make you feel that things are not moving in the right direction. But if you follow the evidence of actually what is happening, things might be going well for you. But again, if you get distracted by that outside world stuff, you might not take action. I'll give you an example. The other day I was like sitting around moping about something, right? Some sort of change that happened on YouTube. But it's like, if I look at my YouTube channel, I'm doing fine, right? It's like, yes, there are these changes that are happening, but my channel itself is still doing relatively fine. So it's like, in that day when I have these little pity parties, I say, okay, you can have a pity party for 24 hours, right? But it's like, it kind of like, sometimes as a Pisces, like it consumes my brain and I just don't do anything, right? I sit around. And I was like, I just tell myself that, like, hey, you're moping for no reason, and this isn't helping. You're not actually doing anything that you're supposed to be doing. And so then I got up and I worked, right? And that's what I would do here. It's like, tell yourself, it's like the outside world doesn't really matter. It does, but it doesn't matter to what you're doing. With the 10 of Wands, you have the 3 of Swords. Some of you are just, I do feel like some of you have experienced a breakup or a difficult separation. That was just too many burdens here. 10 of Wands, with that Lovers and the King of Wands there. It's like something intuitively told you that something was off in a connection. So you could be going through a separation, but again, I think it's for the right reasons. Finally, for messages from your future self, you have this message in a bottle card. This card is about paying attention to warning signs, so I feel like you need to pay attention to the messages that you're getting. It is also a good card. I feel for some of you, you're trying to deliver a message to the world, and that's exactly what I would be doing. Whatever your message is, it's going to lead to a lot of success. You have the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. Again, what are you... I get this feeling that your future self is kind of saying, what are you waiting for? Maybe you went through a healing period or a recovery period, but now it's time to set yourself free. And it's time to, again, change your story. I think the one thing that is going to keep you stuck in the mud here, Pisces, with the 8 of Swords, keep you stuck in self-imposed restriction, is the worries, the fears, the doubts about, the world, things that are going on outside of you. I think if you can escape that, you're going to have a really great month. You're going to kind of maybe reclaim your independence with this 9 of Pentacles. I also feel there's a lot of harvest for you, or there could be, harvest, but you have to take advantage of the energy, and I feel it'll lead to a lot of success. A lot of focus here in your reading. She has that falcon on her glove, and it represents the fact that she's training her focus. She's kind of like focusing on what she wants to focus on. And I feel, as I've said throughout this whole entire reading, that seems to be a very important focus for you, is focus. Focusing on what you want to see, and also focusing on work. With the 4 of Swords, you have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Again, like I said, I feel for you, the trick is going to be not to get caught up in what other people say, and also the fantasy. The trick is going to be reality. So you need to look at the evidence of a situation. You might feel that your business is kind of going the wrong direction, but if you look at it and you compare it to the last 3 years, maybe you're up 9,000%. Maybe you're doing better than you ever have, right? So kind of reframing things is going to be important. Same thing in love as well. It's like maybe you've had a string of bad luck in love, but maybe if you look at those situations, you can say, this is what I learned from these things, and now this is what I want to see. I mean, that's the trick to your reading. Plain and simple is to say, look at all situations and be like, I want story B. I don't want story A, which is my original story. With the 8 of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles. There are big opportunities coming in for you, but if you overthink these opportunities, then you're going to have a hard time. So just take in the opportunity, nurture it into existence. King of Wands twice. If we look at that as you, King of Wands, very nurturing energy. He is the most nurturing king as far as I'm concerned. He takes on a project. He treats it like a baby. He really nurtures it into existence. So if you get any big opportunities coming your way, jump on them, nurture them into existence, and you will be successful. With the 9 of Pentacles, you have these 6 of Wands. Achievement, success, you standing out, you getting attention. I think there's a lot of attention for you. Again, even if you don't want it, I feel a lot of you could be getting attention from people and love and business, pretty much everything. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this bird flying card. It says news is on the way. The message in the bottle card there, there's definitely communication or news coming in for you. I feel like it's good news. Can we get more on this? I don't know. Could be about marriage or someone who wants to marry you. Could be about love for sure. Next, you have this boot card. It says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Again, you are going to have to do things you've never done before. Everything you want is on the other side of something you've never done before, Pisces. And so change your story. That's what this reading is all about. You have this wishbone card. A wish is granted. So some of you could be getting something you wish for, or you need to make a wish. You have this ring card. It says a marriage will take place either in romantic. It says either romantic or business. So this could be you committing to something. Doesn't even have to be love, although again there is a lot of love here, and I'm not so sure that you're going to get married like this month. I feel for most of you, you could be meeting a person that you will marry in the future. Could be a fire sign, surprisingly, Pisces. And maybe you're saying, hell no, I would never date a fire sign. But again, I would say then, by putting that energy out there, by the way, the same people, I've had this channel for almost 8 years now. And the same people have been telling me, I would never date a Leo. I would never date a Virgo. I would never date a Pisces for like the whole 8 years. It's like, why do you think they've been single for 8 years? So they're telling the universe, I don't want love. It's like the love of your life might be the person that you least expect, or the sign that you least expect. But, allow this person to surprise you. The other thing I would say is I get this energy, so many things in this reading. I know this is kind of going to sound weird, but it's like so many things are coming full circle to me here. You have a ring, it's a circle. You have the marriage card, a ring, it's a circle. Ace of Pentacles, the World, the Control card. It's these circle cards that I'm using. Something's coming full circle. Something is coming back around, but I see it as like something connecting here. Maybe it started here. Now something is connecting. It's almost like a link in a chain. And I feel that this could be happening for you in business, where it's like you're making a connection and it's just going to make you take off, like in a good way. You have this tortoise card. It says slowly but surely getting ahead. I mean, that's the name of the game till the middle of March. It's like, I think if Pisces can just keep their head on straight until the middle of March, things are going to go great. And then things are going to improve this month. This month, I'm telling you, is going to be better than last month. So there you go, Pisces.